Welcome back. My next guest, Baratunde Thurston, is the writer, activist, and comedian behind the inspiring and funny podcast, How to Citizen with Baratunde, where he taps into ways we can be part of positive change. A lot of people talking about this podcast, and Baratunde joins us now from his home in Los Angeles. I'm so thrilled to have you on. Can I tell you how many articles and interviews I've read, and I feel like Nicolas Cage in that movie National Treasure trying to figure you out. I'm like, this dude is the most complex, intriguing human being in the podcast world. And I'm blown away by you. And by the way, congratulations on your the podcast. It was honored iHeartRadio 2021 Social Impact Award. Did you see all of this coming, the response coming?
First of all, thank you, Tamron. Happy Black History Month to you. And to tie in with your first guest, Mark Maron, I am a few blocks away from where he used to do his show. And he interviewed me in that garage. And I guess that's when President Obama decided it was safe to enter. So it's really nice. He helped me get my start in an indirect way. And it's nice to be reunited on your show. I did not see all of this coming. No, I don't know that anyone ever sees all of their life coming. But my mother definitely set me on a path to expect me to try to do as much as I could. And as far as being complex, I'm just a brother from D.C., Tamron.
But you're not. Listen, you are a brother from D.C., but not just a brother from D.C.
Okay.
I mean, you had this transformational moment in your life around age 6 with the loss of your father, and then your mother, who I think was described as a hippie, then set you on this course that you are on now.
Yeah, my father was killed, and my mother raised me and my older sister. We had different fathers, but my mom held it down for both of us. I was born in '77, and DC slowly became something painful, something more violent, something harder to live in. And I watched her struggle and overcome so many barriers and things I wouldn't even understand until much later in my life. The things that she had to overcome. She was born in 1940 in Washington, D.C., in a world that really wasn't designed to listen to or see or even acknowledge her. So I'm very grateful.
Well, you say the word listen to, and that's what we're doing with your podcast. And I wondered how much of it was an extension. You had the book, How to Be Black, in 2012, the bestseller. How did all of that lead to this podcast to challenge us on what it means to be a citizen?
Well, I was just tired, Tamron. I mean, I was tired of bad news. I think so much of our media reminds us of everything that's broken and gives us no tools to fix it, or doesn't even highlight the people who are doing their best to try to fix it. And so for my own sense of motivation, maybe even sanity, I've been trying to make this show that would tell those stories and remind us that it's up to us. And I needed to feel a sense of agency. I need to feel a sense of optimism and possibility. And it turns out there are a lot of people working on all the things we call problems to try to make them better. So the inspiration for the show was mildly selfish in my own fatigue, but also I was trying to make an offering. And that's what we've started to be able to do with this show.
Yeah, I mean, you say it was mildly selfish, but I think the word is zeitgeist. It was in the zeitgeist. I mean, at some point in time, I think we all, hoped that 2021 would be the year. And then suddenly we're like, what are we watching on the Capitol? What's going on here? And you get caught up in it. But you give us that reprieve with humor, with positivity. And as a result, you have this huge success with it.
Yeah, thank you for that. And I think part of the other drive is when we get told about what it means to be a citizen, it's very legalistic. It's this thing you're born into, but you don't have to do anything to earn, especially those born in the U.S. And that doesn't sit right. Yeah. And then when we talk about civic engagement, people really focus on voting, which is really important, but that is necessary but not sufficient condition to be an active citizen. So we set about trying to reinterpret this word. We say in the show, citizen as a verb, which is why it's how to citizen. That makes it open to everyone, regardless of your paperwork status.